Hi, my name is Jake, and I am a bookish drummer. So for this video, I actually have a book club announcement. Over on the Bookish Drummer Discord, me and Stacy have actually come up with a thriller-based book club called Thrill, Chill, or Kill. And the title for the book club is kind of a play off of the game Marry, Kiss, Kill, where you basically take 3 people and you choose whether to marry them, kiss them, or kill them. Same thing. We're going to be reading 1 thriller a month for the rest of the year. And essentially the idea for Thrill, Chill, or Kill is if you're thrilled by the book, which is great. It's more of a chill book, which, you know, it's like a decent read, but nothing spectacular. Or kill it with fire. This book is awful. Hopefully none of them are like that, but the idea, you know, thrill, chill, or kill. And the whole concept for the book club was kind of very spontaneous on me and Stacy's part, because on January 23rd was our 11-month anniversary. So February 23rd we'll be together 1 year, which is amazing. But every month on the 23rd, we kind of try to do like something special together, something small. So we were kind of just randomly talking about books, and we were kind of trying to plan buddy reads for the rest of the year. And we kind of figured like, oh, it's our 11-month anniversary. What if we did like 11 more buddy reads throughout the year? And this is kind of the amalgamation. That's not a word. This is what happened. We came up with Thrill, Chill, or Kill. And yeah, basically we're going to be reading 1 thriller a month. And Stacy was kind enough to put together a graphic for us. I'm terrible with graphics, but she is awesome. So these are the books that we're going to be reading over on the Bookish Drummer Discord. And you guys are very welcome to join us for any of these books. You don't have to read all of them with us, but if you want to pop in for a few that you're interested in, we're definitely going to be reading them. So come join us over on the Bookish Drummer Discord, and I'm going to just have it big up here so I can just go over the books that are for the rest of the year, essentially. February, we'll be reading The Plot by Jean Hanff Korelitz, and in March, we'll be reading The Perfect Family by Robin Harding. In April, we'll be reading The Kill Club by Wendy Hurd. In May, we'll be reading My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing. In June, we'll be reading The Dry by Jane Harper. In July, we'll be reading The Only One Left by Riley Sager, which will be a new release. In August, we'll be reading Jar of Hearts by Jennifer Hillier. In September, we'll be reading Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister. In October, we'll be reading They Never Learn by Lane Fargo. In November, we'll be reading His and Hers by Alice Feeney. And then finally, in December, we'll be reading My Darkest Prayer by S.A. Cosby. These are definitely all thriller books that me and Stacy are very excited to read, and we've heard from various people that they're good, and we're just very excited. And the whole reason we wanted to do thrillers as opposed to any other genre is because we both have a lot of catching up to do on our TBRs with thrillers. So this is good incentive to read 1 a month and to buddy read them. And of course, if you want to join me and Stacy on our buddy reads for all of these books, or even just some of these books, go check out the Bookish Drummer Discord. We have a lot of fun there, not only with, you know, the Thrill, Chill, or Kill Club, but we also have the Stephen King short story book club, and we've usually got some kind of read along happening. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I'll quickly go over the books with y'all that we're going to be reading, but I will be honest, for a lot of these, I don't necessarily know what they're about, which is rare because, you know, like, why would you go into a book not really knowing what it's about? I love to do that with thrillers because usually when, I don't know, for some reason with publishing companies, whenever they do like a summary for a thriller book, they always give away something that's like a surprise in the book, or it's supposed to be. And you read it and you're just like, well, I wish I didn't know that going into it. So usually I try to not know a heck of a lot going into them because I want to be surprised. That's the whole point with thrillers. You want something that's going to grip you, and you want something that's going to shock you, right? So for a lot of these, I don't necessarily know what they're about. Maybe I know like a basic premise, or I know like a comparison that's been made with it, or I know just somebody in my life that really loves the book and they want me to read it. So I'll quickly go over all of these books right now. So the first book that we'll be reading in February is The Plot by Jean Hannah Korelitz. And basically, I really don't know anything about this book. I know a few people have liked it. I know a few people have kind of thought it was meh. The main reason I'm interested in reading to it, or actually, sorry, listening to it, is because my favorite audiobook narrator of all time, Kirby Hayborn, narrates The Plot. And I'll pretty much listen to anything that he narrates. So if it's a thriller, it's like, I think it's like 10 hours or so. It's Kirby Hayborn. I'm all in. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully me and Stacy enjoy it. And again, everybody is welcome to come join us. It's funny that I don't know the plot for a book that's literally called The Plot. After that, in March, we'll be reading The Perfect Family by Robin Harding. And Stacy found this book on Scribd. And that's also another point. A lot of these books are available on Scribd. And I know like the book club is a little bit last minute, but a lot of these are available on Scribd either as ebooks or for audiobooks. So if you have Scribd, you can join us for most of these books pretty easily. If you don't have Scribd, you can check out my link that will give you 60 days for free, and it'll give me 30 days for free. So if you haven't had Scribd before, you can go sign up that way, get 60 days for free. I get 30 days for free as well, so it's a win-win. Shameless plug. But anyway, Perfect Family, Stacy found this on Scribd, and the summary for it, or the synopsis, sounds pretty intriguing. It's supposed to be like this idyllic family. They're all successful, but weird stuff starts happening to them, and they don't really know who is behind it, and then like they start suspecting each other. So it sounds like it's going to be like a slow buildup of chaos. Now, hopefully it has a banger of an ending. So The Perfect Family sounds like a perfect thriller book to me. In the book after that, in April, we'll be reading The Kill Club by Wendy Hurd. And this was recommended to us by our good friend Sharon Dwyer. She really enjoyed this book. And I think the Goodreads summary on here is a pretty good summary that should get y'all hooked. Jazz will stop at nothing to save her brother. Their foster mother, Carol, has always been fanatical. But with Jazz grown up and out of the house, Carol takes a dangerous turn that threatens 13-year-old Joaquin's life. Over and over, Child Services fails to intervene, and Joaquin is running out of time. Then Jazz gets a blocked call from someone offering a solution. There are others like her, people the law has failed. They formed an underground network of helpers, each agreeing to eliminate the abuser of another. They're taking back their power and leaving a trail of bodies throughout Los Angeles, dubbed the Blackbird Killings. If Jazz joins them, they'll take care of Carol for good. All she has to do is kill a stranger. That sounds awesome, so if y'all are interested, obviously come join us. In the next book in May that we'll be reading, I actually own physically, and that would be My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing. Now, I've been interested in this book for a long time, and I've had this book for several months now, and the main reason, I don't really know too much about it. All I know is, on the back, it's blurbed, Dexter meets Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And that's all I really need to know, because Dexter is one of my all-time favorite shows. Mr. and Mrs. Smith is a great movie, and kind of seeing that as a combo really intrigues me. So if y'all are intrigued by that, definitely come join us in May for My Lovely Wife. The next book we'll be reading in June, I also own physically, and I've also been wanting to read this for a long time. Me and Stacy both, actually. And that would be The Dry by Jane Harper. Now, for Stacy, her sister has been telling her for a long time that Jane Harper is excellent. She loves Jane Harper, and this is apparently a pretty good place to start with her. So we're definitely interested in trying out The Dry. Can't remember. I think this is supposed to involve a serial killer, maybe. But it's supposed to be pretty dark, pretty good mystery. And yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun to me. The book after that for July will be The Only One Left by Riley Sager. Now, I'm especially excited for this one. This is a new release. I believe it comes out at like the tail end of June, but we're going to be reading it in July for our buddy read. I'm excited for this because I absolutely loved The House Across the Lake, which was Riley Sager's book that came out last year. That one is the only Riley Sager book I've given 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. Thought it was bonkers. I've liked a few of his other ones. Home Before Dark was great. Survive the Night, the first half was excellent, and then the last half, meh. But The Last Time I Lied wasn't my favorite. But either way, the House Across the Lake has kind of solidified him as an author that I want to keep reading from, just to see if he can actually replicate the awesomeness that is The House Across the Lake. And I know Stacy is extremely excited because Riley Sager is definitely one of, if not her favorite authors of all time, definitely one of her favorite thriller authors. So she's excited for this book, definitely. So definitely come check out Riley Sager, The Only One Left. The next book we'll be reading in August is Jar of Hearts by Jennifer Hillier. And this one has been recommended to us by Sharon Dwyer as well. You'll hear her name a lot because whenever Sharon reads a thriller and she gives it 4 or 5 stars and she recommends it to us, we are on it. And yeah, we have very similar like thriller and horror tastes. So whenever she tends to like or love a book, we definitely get excited for it. And this is one of them. And on Goodreads, basically the first sentence should hook y'all. This is the story of 3 best friends. One who was murdered, one who went to prison, and one who's been searching for the truth all these years. That's all I really want to know. Like I said, I don't really like to go into thrillers knowing a whole lot about it. So the fact that that sounds intriguing and that Sharon wants us to read it really badly, we're definitely going to read it in August. The next book we'll be reading in September, Sharon Dwyer has also recommended to us, and she loves this book. It's called Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister. And this is kind of like a weird, like thriller version of like Groundhog Day, where I think someone's mother witnesses her son killing someone, and it's kind of like a Groundhog Day situation. So the tagline on Goodreads says, "Can you stop a murder after it's already happened?" So it's kind of got like a weird paranormal thing going on where like I think the day keeps repeating or something like that. So it's kind of an interesting take. So I'm definitely interested in reading Wrong Place, Wrong Time, especially since Sharon just loves this. I think she gave it 5 stars. The next book we'll be reading in October is They Never Learn by Lane Fargo. And also Sharon has read this and has recommended to both me and Stacy. And the main reason is because it's apparently supposed to be a female version of Dexter. And like with My Lovely Wife, I hear Dexter in any kind of thriller or horror comparison, I'm on it. That's a buzzword. I love Dexter. And usually I love anything serial killer stuff. And basically the first sentence on the Goodreads synopsis is, Scarlett Clark is an exceptional English professor, but she's even better at getting away with murder. So yeah, that sounds Dexter-esque, so obviously I'm very excited for They Never Learn. After that, in November, we'll be reading His and Hers by Alice Feeney. And I got interested in this because I did a video a while back in Canada with Stacy, and I was kind of going through her bookshelves, and I came across His and Hers, and basically I got interested in it because of this tagline. There are 2 sides to every story, yours and mine, ours and theirs, his and hers, which means someone is always lying. So that's a very cool tag. I literally know nothing about the book besides that. I've never read any Alice Feeney before in my life, but I'm very intrigued just by that tag alone. I don't think Sharon has read this one. I really don't think I've heard anyone read Alice Feeney, but me and Stacy are definitely excited for this in November. And the last book for Thrill, Chill, or Kill book club that we're going to be doing in December, last month of the year, is a book that Stacy actually gifted to me, which is My Darkest Prayer by S.A. Cosby. You might recognize that name because he wrote one of my favorite books that I read, I think in 2021 now, Razorblade Tears. Absolutely loved that book, and I've been seeing more and more people start to read it and really appreciate it, which I'm very grateful for. And that book definitely made me a lot more interested to try some of his more of his books. I'm also interested in reading his other book, Blacktop Wasteland, but I think that's less of a thriller, and I think that's supposed to be a little bit more literary. But the synopsis for this one definitely makes it seem like it's a bit more on the darker thriller side. I handle the bodies, to quote. Whether it's working at his cousin's funeral home or tossing around the local riffraff at his favorite bar, Nathan Waymaker is a man who knows how to handle the bodies. A former Marine and sheriff's deputy, Nathan has built a reputation in a small southern town as a man who can help when no one else can. When a beloved local minister is found dead, his parishioners ask Nathan to investigate, but things get complicated, and Nathan must use all his varied skills to navigate the murky waters of small town corruption, even as dark secrets of his own threaten to come to the surface. So that sounds like a great way to end the Thrill, Chill, or Kill Club, at least for 2023. We'll probably reprise it if this all goes well. Yeah, those are all of the books that we'll be doing for the entirety of 2023. I'll put up the image here just as a reminder. Also, Stacy did a great job with this. I think it looks great. And yeah, I'm very excited for Thrill, Chill, or Kill. Please let me know if you're interested in this book club. Also, if you are interested, go check out the Bookish Drummer Discord and come join us for our buddy reads. Also, down in the comments below, please let me know if you guys have read any of these books and if you enjoyed them or if you didn't enjoy them. I'd love to hear your opinions. Also, which one are you the most excited for us to read? Which ones are you the most excited to read for yourself? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the YouTube channel and the Bookish Drummer Discord, obviously, where the book club will be taking place. And I also have my Patreon. I have my Amazon wish list. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a fantastic day.